Officer Sam Hanna and the point-blank shooting.
In police work, like baseball, the day isn't over until it's over. I found that out one Sunday a few years back, and I took home some souvenirs to prove it.
Hello?
My wife Lori and I had been married May 20th. This was one day less than 6 months.
Yeah, I got it. I'll be there.
Sam, what's happened?
3 juveniles broke out of Madison County. Roughed up the administrator.
Who was it?
John Henderson. Looks like I won't be making it to church today.
Are they armed?
Maybe. Hey. Relax. Relax. You know, it's not New York or Detroit. I mean, they're probably out of the county by now.
Just be careful.
I'm always careful.
I lived in Anderson, Madison County all my life. Anderson High School, then Anderson College, where I played football and did a degree in criminal justice before joining the sheriff's department. Population here is around 200,000. Big enough so you can do some good, small enough so you don't get lost. We don't see a lot of big city crime. I picked up Charlie McKissick, a reserve officer at the sheriff's office, and we spent the day working as a team searching for the convicts. People were generally very helpful. In fact, they were scared. It's not every day something like this happens in Anderson.
Anything suspicious, you give us a call right away.
Hello?
Hi, honey. This is me. Just checking in.
Have you caught him yet?
Well, so far nobody's seen anyone. You stop worrying. I'll be fine. But one way or another, it looks like I'll be working straight through to the end of my shift at midnight.
How about I bake you a cake tomorrow, okay?
Well, half a cake. You know, it's only been 6 months.
I love you.
I love you, too.
Okay.
I'll call you if anything really exciting happens.
Call me at the hospital if you get a chance.
I will.
You want to take another run along the tracks?
Sure. Why not?
Hey, Sam. Any luck your end?
So far, not a trace. You?
No. And we followed up every possible lead.
Almost 5. Where do you want to go next?
Next. I think we've been just about everywhere already.
48-9.
48-9.
48-9, we just received a call for you, female. J1555-2106.
48-9. I think this is the woman I asked to call me if she found out where they were located.
Well, let's check it out.
Sergeant Hart's informant knew one of the fugitives and knew the location of the abandoned house where he was staying. We picked up another cruiser on the way.
Damn, how'd they find us? What's the matter now? I mean, they're here.
The house is surrounded. Give yourselves up. You won't get hurt. Flint, can you hear me?
The hell with you! You want us? You come and get us! Are you crazy? They're gonna kill us now! Shut up! We do what I say!
Bill, listen. Why don't we circle around the back, go up the stairs, and come in behind them?
You think they're armed?
Could be.
You guys, take the front. We'll go around back. Charlie, you just keep talking.
You got 1 minute, boys. Then we're coming in firing. It's up to you. took a few hours.
Didn't even fire a shot.
Another boring day.
Listen, it's the kind that makes my wife happy.
By the time we finished the paperwork and got a bite to eat, it was close to 10 o'clock. I dropped McKissick off, but I still had 2 hours on my shift. All I was thinking about was finishing my shift as quietly as possible and getting home. In fact, I was almost ready to call it quits when...
4816?
4816.
4816, report of suspicious car on Main Street, south of I-69.
4816, I'll see what I can do.
I thought it might be somebody looking for an address, or maybe just a nosy neighbor. That's what these calls usually are. Still, you never know. I drove over and talked to a complainant who'd seen a couple in a green Oldsmobile arguing in the middle of the road. The car was gone when I got there, but I drove around the neighborhood to have a look. I found the car in question almost immediately. I put on the flashers, but the guy kept on driving, maybe even speeded up a little. I gave him a whoop on the siren, and he finally pulled into a driveway off Main Street.
Great. This is all I need.
I'd taken my shoulder rig off when I went to eat supper, so when I stopped this car, I just stuck my gun in my waistband.
Hi. Sam Hanna from the Sheriff's Department. Can I see your license, please? Come on, let me see it. Be on your way.
This other guy I recognized.
What's going on, man? Let's get back in the house, Jerry. I don't want any trouble.
Jerry Fagan, a holdover hippie type and a small-time dope dealer.
Sure, man. Hey, I think I'm going to jail. Call my uncle.
Look, why don't you just come into my car, or on a check on your plates, you can be on your way. Okay?
I was hoping to be able to defuse the situation. First, I wanted to check to make sure the guy hadn't been drinking. It was a cold night out, and when you're out in the cold, it's hard to tell if somebody's drinking. I also thought the guy had his license suspended, and that's why he wouldn't show it.
Now, you're sure you don't have a license?
Yeah, I have one. Give me your gun. Say, give me your damn gun!
Go to hell.
I don't know why I said that. It's not like me, and it's not the response I was taught at the police academy, but somehow it just slipped out. I had no chance to get to my gun. It happened too quick. I just remember hitting him and trying to grab the gun. At that point, I didn't know how bad I was hit. All I knew was my white shirt was soaked in blood and my right arm was numb. In the back of my mind, I was thinking the guy could come back and finish me off. Then I remembered my training. Count your shots. Count your shots.
4816. I've been shot. Code 5. I fired 4 shots.
I could feel myself going into shock, but I managed to radio in first.
Well, white male, balding, middle-aged, with a mustache.
Hang on, Sam. I got people on their way.
Easy. You want a blanket?
Sam, do you read? Keep talking to me, Sam.
On my way to the hospital, Officer Doris Maxey rode with me. I asked her to get the news to Lori before she heard it from somebody else. The gurney hit a bump, and I suddenly felt this sting in my mouth. I thought at first it must be a tooth, but then I spit it out. It was a bullet. It was hard on Lori. First thing she'd heard was that I'd been shot in the head. She was afraid maybe I'd end up with brain damage.
Oh, my God. Just come on and we'll get you to the hospital.
I was lucky. I took 6 bullets at point-blank range, and I lost a great deal of blood, but no vital organs were hit. 4 days later, by the grace of God, I was home for Thanksgiving dinner. They picked him up about 2 hours later in a barn about 50 to 60 feet from the site of the shooting. They couldn't find the gun. We had more than enough evidence for a conviction, but I still wanted to find the gun. So about a month later, Lieutenant Nolan and I were walking through this cornfield. It was cold out, and I thought we'd gone over every bit of the field. But just as we were going to quit, I looked down, and there it was. Christmas Eve that year, I worked in the jail. One of my duties was to serve supper, and the man who had shot me was up in B block. I opened the doors, and I let the trustees put the meals in the cells, as I made sure no contraband was passed. I'd usually hand the guys their drinks, and when I handed him his, he looked at me, and I looked at him, but neither one of us said a word. After the trials were over, I petitioned the court, and I got the gun along with the shells and bullets I was shot with. Lori thinks I'm demented, but I keep it in a glass case as a reminder that it could happen again anytime.
When we return, Sergeant Joe Ochoa faces a bank robber wired with a bomb.